In this video, we're going to look at equations with missing parts that are subtraction equations. So let's take a look at our first equation here. When we looked at the ones with addition, we used the part-whole box and we drew a picture. We can use both of those strategies as we're working with subtraction equations, but we need to look at them a little bit differently. So when I'm using a subtraction equation, instead of my whole being over on the equal sign side of the equal sign by itself, we're going to start with the whole. The whole is the biggest number. So as we are subtracting, that's a big difference. This first number is going to be my whole. So as I'm using the part-whole box, I'm going to write that in as the whole. So 14 minus blank equals 9. So I have my 14 in my whole, then that means one of my parts is here and one of my parts is here. So I know that 9 is one of my parts. Then from here, once I have it set up in my part-whole box, it's very similar to when I am adding. So I can count on and draw my pictures as I am getting to my whole. So I start at 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So I can see here that I would need 5 more to get to 14. I'm going to check this by drawing a picture. So again, I'm going to start with my whole, the bigger number, which is 14. So I'm going to draw 14 circles. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Now to figure out this part, I'm going to have to look at my part that I know. So instead of subtracting or crossing off the blank number that I'm not sure, I'm going to cross off this one right here. So I'm going to cross off 9. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Then when I'm looking at what I have left that's not crossed off, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Both strategies told me that I have 5, so I know I must be correct. Let's look at another example. So this time my equation says 9 minus blank equals 2. Let's start with a picture this time. So 9 is my whole, remember? So I'm going to start with 9 circles. Then I know I need to subtract some and I want to get down to 2. So if I mark my 2 that I know I have, the rest of them is my missing part. So I have 5, 6, 7. Let's try that in our part-whole box. Again, my whole is 9, so I'm going to write that in my whole. And I know that the part is 2. So I want to see how many I need to subtract from 9 or to get to 2. So let's see. I can start at 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Again, I have 7, so I know if both strategies got me the same answer, then I must be correct. This time I want you to make sure you have your whiteboard and marker out and ready, and I want you to try this one with me. So I have 16 minus blank equals 8. Pause the video and try one of the strategies on your own. Now that you've tried it on your own, let's see if it matches mine. If I'm using a part-whole box, I'm going to make 16 as my whole. And then I know that 8 is one of my parts. So looking at this, I need to go from 8 to 16. So 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So I drew 8 dots. So it should be 16 minus 8 equals 8. Let's check it. I'm going to draw a picture. I start with 16 circles. As always, it's really important as you're drawing a picture to count carefully to make sure you have the correct number of circles. Otherwise, your answer is going to be off. So I have 5, 10, 15, 16. That's why I like to make it like it in rows of 5 that I can easily count. I have 16. Let's see if crossing off 8 of them will get me to 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have 8 left, so that worked out perfectly. I know that 16 minus 8 really is 8. Let's try one more together. Pause the video and do a picture or a part whole box and see if you can solve it. Now that you've done it on your own, let's try it together. I'm going to start with the 10. That's my whole. Goes in my hole up here in my part whole box. The part that I know is 4, so that goes in one of the parts. Then I have to see how many I need to put together with 4 to get to 10. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I drew 6. Let's put it in the equation and check it with a picture. I start with 10. Let's see if I cross off 6, I should get to 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I can see here that I have 4 left. So my equation is correct. 10 minus 6 really is 4. Again, it's really important that you think about where your whole is when you're subtracting. It's different than when we're adding. And then making sure you're checking yourself with an additional strategy in case we make mistakes.